I want to start by saying this. Life isn't about pointing fingers. It's so easy to look outward, to find someone else to blame when things don't go our way. But here's the truth. When we blame others, we give away our own power. We let someone else control how we feel, how we react, and how far we go. And that, my friends, is a choice we make every single day. I've faced moments when things didn't work out, when doors closed, when the world seemed unfair. But instead of dwelling on what others did or didn't do, I asked myself, what can I do better? How can I grow? That shift from blame to responsibility is what transforms not just your life, but your entire outlook. Imagine the strength that comes from owning your story. When you stop blaming, you start learning. You begin to see challenges as opportunities. You become unstoppable because the power to change is within you. This isn't just about success. It's about peace, resilience, and becoming the best version of yourself. So if you want to break free from negativity and truly thrive, remember this: every time you resist blaming, you choose to improve. And every time you improve, you inspire others to do the same. That's how change spreads, one person at a time. Blaming others. It's the easiest trap we fall into. It's tempting, so tempting. When things go wrong, when life doesn't turn out like we planned, when our dreams get bruised or even shattered, our first instinct is to look outward, to find someone else responsible, to say it's their fault. If only they had done this differently, I wouldn't be here. But here's the harsh truth that we need to hear. Blaming others is an illusion, a comfortable lie that keeps us stuck where we are. I've been there. Believe me, I have. When I was starting out young and ambitious, the world was full of doors slammed in my face. People questioned me, judged me, said I didn't belong. And yes, sometimes I wanted to blame those voices. I wanted to blame the industry, the people who said no, the circumstances that weren't in my favor. It felt easier to blame than to face the hard work inside myself. But I realized that every minute spent blaming someone else was a minute wasted. Wasted energy, wasted passion, wasted life. Blaming is seductive because it gives you a reason not to change. It's like telling yourself, I'm stuck because of them. And that feels safe. No risk, no responsibility, no growth. But safety is an illusion too, because blaming others keeps you trapped in the past. It keeps you stuck in a story where you are powerless. And that is the greatest lie we can believe. You see, when you blame, you give your power away. You make someone else the author of your story. You hand over the pen and say, you write my fate, but your story is yours alone. No one else can write it for you. No one else can decide your worth. No one else controls your rise. There's a power in owning your part, in saying, yes, this happened. Yes, that hurt. But what can I do now? That moment, that choice, is where real transformation begins. I learned that faith is not just about believing in a higher power. It's about believing in yourself. It's about trusting that even when life knocks you down, you have the strength to rise again. I want you to hear me clearly. Blaming others doesn't heal you. It doesn't change your circumstances. It doesn't push you forward. It only anchors you to where you've been, to the pain, the disappointment, the frustration. The only way out is to stop looking for someone to blame and start looking for what you can do differently. This is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Growth never is, but it is worth it. When you stop blaming, you open your eyes to the truth that every setback, every difficulty is an opportunity to learn, to evolve, to become stronger. It's not about denying the hurt or pretending things are perfect. It's about saying, I will not let this break me. I will let this build me. Here's what I want you to remember. Blame is a dead end. It's a wall you build around yourself. And every wall you build, you have to break down if you want to live fully. That wall comes down with one simple choice: responsibility. So today, wherever you are, whatever story you tell yourself, I challenge you to take a hard look. Who are you blaming? What story are you holding on to that keeps you stuck? And then ask yourself, what can I do today to move forward, no matter how small? Because the moment you stop blaming, the moment you own your power, your life changes, not magically overnight, but step by step, moment by moment. And that is where freedom lives. Remember, no one else controls your life, only you do. So stop giving away your power. Stop living in the illusion of blame. Choose yourself, improve yourself, own your story, because your future is waiting, and it belongs to you. Taking responsibility, that's where the real power lies. It's easy to say it, but living it, that's the challenge. When life hits hard, and the choice is always yours. Will you be a victim of your circumstances, or will you be the creator of your own destiny? This is not just a cliche line, it's the foundation of every success story you've ever admired. I want to share something personal. Early in my career, I faced moments that could have defined me forever. Moments when I didn't get the role, when doors closed, when doubts crept in like shadows. It was tempting to blame the system, the people who didn't see my worth, the world that seemed stacked against me. But I realized blaming was a dead end, a road that led nowhere but frustration. Instead, I made a decision. I took responsibility, not just for my success, but for my failures too. I stopped waiting for someone else to change my situation. I started asking, what can I do? How can I improve? Where do I need to grow? This shift, from victim to creator, changed everything. Responsibility is not a burden, it's a gift. It's the moment you say, I am in control. It's the moment you say, I will not wait for the world to change. I will change myself. And trust me, that is the most powerful stance you can take. When you take responsibility, you stop living in reaction. You start living with intention. You stop blaming the past or others and start shaping your future. It means owning your decisions, your actions, your mindset. It means waking up every day and asking, what can I do today to move closer to my goals? What can I learn from my mistakes? How can I be better? This isn't about being perfect, far from it. It's about being honest with yourself. Honest enough to say, I messed up. Honest enough to say, I need to try again. Honest enough to say, I am responsible for what I create. There's a spiritual side to this too. Faith teaches us that we are co-creators of our lives with the universe. We're given free will, the power to choose how we respond to every situation. That power is sacred. And when you embrace responsibility, you honor that gift. You step into your role as the author of your own story. I want you to understand this deeply. Responsibility is freedom. Freedom from excuses. Freedom from blaming. Freedom from being stuck. Because once you take responsibility, you reclaim your energy. You reclaim your voice. You reclaim your dreams. I won't sugarcoat it. It's hard work. It means confronting uncomfortable truths. It means breaking old habits. It means pushing through fear, doubt, and sometimes loneliness. But it is worth it. Every struggle becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes a stepping stone. I say this because I've lived it. I've taken responsibility when the easy thing was to quit. I've chosen growth when the easier path was to blame. And each time, I found a little more strength inside me. Each time, I moved a little closer to who I'm meant to be. So where are you right now? Are you waiting for someone else to fix your life? Are you stuck blaming what's outside? Or are you ready to take the reins? Ready to say, this is on me. I will rise. I will create. I will own my life. Because when you take responsibility, you are unstoppable. When you take responsibility, you inspire those around you. When you take responsibility, you turn your dreams into reality. This moment, right here, right now, is your turning point. Take it, own it, live it. Your destiny is in your hands. Don't give it away. Choose responsibility. Choose yourself. Choose to be the creator, not the victim. Your future depends on it. When life knocks you down, what do? Do you sit and wait for a miracle? Do you look around hoping someone will come and fix it for you? Or do you stand up, dust yourself off, and focus on one thing, improving yourself? Because that's where real change starts. Not in the hands of others, not in the hope of luck, but within you, right here, right now. I remember a time early in my journey when everything felt uncertain. Roles were slipping away, criticism was loud, and self-doubt crept in like a shadow that refused to leave. I could have stayed there, lost in the noise of what went wrong, blaming the circumstances, but I knew that wouldn't get me anywhere. So I made a choice to focus on myself, to improve, to grow. Improving yourself is not a one-time event. It's not a checklist you tick off. It's a relentless daily commitment. Every morning when you wake up, You have a decision to make. Will you be better than yesterday? Will you learn, adapt, push your limits, or will you fall back into the comfort of excuses and blame? Improvement is tough. It demands honesty, brutal honesty with yourself. It asks you to look at your flaws without shame, to recognize your weaknesses without hiding. But it also asks for compassion, because growth is a process. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and it's beautiful. There's something sacred about that journey. Faith teaches us that we are never alone in it, that when we take steps toward becoming better, the universe responds. It supports us in mysterious ways. But here's the catch. You have to do the work first. You have to show up for yourself. I want you to imagine for a moment, what if every setback you faced was a signal, not a punishment, but an invitation to learn, to stretch, to improve? What if failure wasn't your enemy, but your greatest teacher? When I began to see my failures as lessons, everything changed. I stopped fearing mistakes and started embracing them. I started asking, what can I learn here? How can I do better next time? And that shift, that powerful mindset, opened doors I never knew existed. Improving yourself means being proactive. It means seeking knowledge, honing your skills, and surrounding yourself with people who lift you higher. It means saying no to distractions and yes to discipline. It means taking care of your mind, body, and spirit, because they are the foundation of your strength. I won't pretend it's easy. There were days I wanted to give up, days I questioned if the effort was worth it. But every time I pushed through, I grew stronger. Every time I focused on becoming better, I rewrote my story. Listen closely. The world will always throw challenges at you. That will never stop. But your response, that is your power. Choose improvement. Choose growth. Choose to be unstoppable. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. One small step, one daily decision, one moment of courage. That's how empires are built, one brick at a time. So where will you start? What small change can you make today to improve yourself? What mindset can you shift? What action can you take? This is your call to action. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because when you commit to improving yourself, you don't just change your life, you inspire those around you. You light the way for others to follow, and that ripple effect, it can change the world. So stand up, own your journey, focus on you, improve relentlessly. Your future is waiting, and it's brighter than you can imagine. Change starts with one person, one choice, one moment, where you decide that enough is enough. That you will not just exist, but rise, and rise so high, that your growth becomes a beacon for others. This ripple effect, this power to influence beyond yourself, is one of the greatest gifts you can give the world. It's not just about improving yourself. It's about how your transformation lights up the lives of everyone around you. I've seen it in my own life, again and again. When I decided to push beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond the limits others set for me, I wasn't just changing my own story. I was inspiring a generation. Whether they knew it or not, my growth became a signal to others that they could grow too, that they could break their own barriers and rewrite their own narratives. This ripple effect is real, and it's powerful, because when you improve yourself, you don't just lift your own life, you raise the vibration of your family, your community, even your country. Your mindset, your courage, your resilience become contagious. People see your strength and remember their own. Faith teaches us that we are all connected, that every small act of courage echoes through the universe, that every step you take toward your highest self creates a wave that others can ride. So when you commit to improving yourself, you're not alone. You're part of something much bigger. But here's the truth you must hear. This ripple effect only happens when you are genuine. When you face your flaws, your fears, your failures, honestly, and still choose growth. When you don't hide your struggles, but use them to fuel your rise. When your transformation is real, raw, and relentless. It's easy to feel small, to think your efforts won't matter, to believe that changing yourself won't change the world. But that is a lie, because change always begins with one person daring to be different, daring to be better, daring to be the light in darkness. I want you to think about someone who inspired you, someone who made you believe in yourself when you didn't. Chances are that person didn't wait for permission. They just showed up fully. They owned their journey, and in doing so, they made you feel seen, heard, and possible. You have that power too, the power to inspire, the power to uplift, the power to change not only your life,
but the lives of countless others. It starts with your commitment to yourself, your refusal to settle for less, your relentless pursuit of growth. So I ask you, what kind of ripple do you want to create? What legacy do you want to leave? Because your life is more than your own story. It's a story that others will read, follow, and remember. It's time to stop thinking small, to stop doubting your impact, to step fully into your power, and make your growth count, not just for you, but for everyone who looks to you for hope. Your journey of self-improvement is a gift. It's a light, it's a wave, and it's unstoppable. Rise, improve, inspire. The world is waiting. So here's the truth I want you to hold close. The power to change your life is already inside you. It's waiting for you to claim it. Don't waste another moment blaming what's outside. Instead, turn inward, own your story, take responsibility, commit to constant growth, and watch how your transformation doesn't just lift you, it lifts everyone around you. This journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Because when you choose to improve yourself, you become unstoppable. You become a force of light in a world that desperately needs it. So step into your power, embrace your growth, and go out there and create the life and the legacy you were born to live. Good luck, and thank you for trusting me to share this moment with you. Your journey starts now.